War veteran, a wife and a child on the way, no insurance, I'm forced to drive to Fort Wayne or Indianapolis for treatment. I work part-time, I go to college full-time. There's talk of a VA hospital coming to South Bend. How would you propose to try to secure such a hospital, and how also to ease the travel for me and the other area veterans who have to go out of town? And I believe we start with Tom on this one.
Well, frankly, I don't know how you would do that. I'd have to find out. My wife is a social worker, and she did a lot of work with Vietnam vets. And in fact, they invited her to come all over North Central and Northeastern India. She'd go down to Fort Wayne sometimes to lead groups. So I would talk to the vets. They're pretty good at organizing, and they could probably have some good ideas about how to approach federal, state government. Because some of those have been some of the people who've been working in that area have been working for a long time. I'm just not that well versed on
That's fine. Affairs. That's very honest answer. Juan, trying to secure the VA facility somewhere where these guys that served our country and been wounded don't have to drag to Fort Wayne.
Well, I'm partial to South Bend, so I would like to have a VA hospital in South Bend. I think it's a great opportunity to work with the administration at the St. Joe Regional Medical Center to talk about how such a hospital could materialize on that property. Of course, we would have to work with our congressmen, but you know, I would also work with our governor and our U.S. senators to see if we could create a joint effort to go to Washington and talk about having a VA hospital in South Bend. We're the largest city in St. Joe County. We're the largest city in the region. We need to act like the largest city and provide the leadership. And so, as mayor, I'd be very aggressive about pursuing that. I will also tell you that as I've walked our streets and talked to our citizens, I've talked to many veterans who have said we should have a VA hospital in South Bend. Now, Mishawaka is ahead of us, but I think on January the 1st, I'm going to be very aggressive about pursuing that, working again with the congressmen, the governor, and our U.S. senators to see if we can make that happen on the St. Joseph Regional Medical Center site. Thank you.
All right, Steve, you better services for our veterans.
First, I think it's criminal the way the federal government has stepped away from its responsibilities to our veterans. We saw this at the end of the Vietnam War. We're seeing it with veterans returning to the United States. And what that generally ends up doing is creating additional problems at the local level as people aren't receiving the care that they need, whether mental health care or physical care. So I would be very strong in terms of a veterans hospital here in our community. I don't believe that the St. Joe Med Center site is the proper site for that. That hospital is too large for the type of veterans hospital that we would be able to get if we can get one at all. And I do believe that actually downtown Mishawaka would be an appropriate location. We have to stop fighting city against city. If we're fighting city against city all the time, we're into a death spiral. And we really need to think regionally, build on all of the assets that we have in the region, and to have the Veterans Hospital in Mishawaka would certainly serve our residents in South Bend well as well. Congressman Donnelly has already taken a leadership role in this initiative. He's been working with the Veterans Affairs offices, and I'm certainly supportive of that effort as we try to provide appropriate care for our veterans here in our community.